What's up guys, it's Emma Sandrill back with another cubing video. And so in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and this is my tutorial part 2. So let's get started. This is like a pretty complicated shuffle, and you guys are thinking that you'd never be able to solve your Rubik's Cube. But now is not the time to think that. Let's get started. So, the first step is to make the white cross. White cross means that there should be white pieces on all of the pieces that my fingers are going. This piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece, and all around the white center. So, how to make that? Few of you might think that the white cross is something like this. But is that the white cross? No. There are a few conditions that are to be satisfied while we are making the white cross. The first one is obviously that making the white pieces come around the white centerpiece. Making the white edges come around the white centerpiece. And along with that, as I told you that an edge piece has two colors on them. And those colors should be matching. So in this case, at the case of the white cross, we have to make sure that the white edges, this is a green and white edge, so it should be matching with the green centerpiece like this, and that should be there for all pieces. But in this case, it isn't there. So let me show you how to make it proper. First, we need to know the color scheme. That is, white is always opposite to yellow, orange is always opposite to red, and green is always opposite to blue. So now, as we know that the white is always opposite to yellow, we have to first make all of these white edges come to the yellow. Now let me just make it into some shuffle. So, I have shuffled it now. And now we have to make the white edges come around the yellow center. And not in this case. The white face of the white edge should be around the yellow. It is called the daisy. So we are going to make the daisy now. So let us get started. First step is to bring the edge piece you want to put on the second layer. The second layer is the middle layer. So how to do that for a piece that is on the top? You just move the front face clockwise like this. Then once it is in the second layer, you have to move it once up like that. Simple as that. Now for a piece that is down, which is on the first layer, for that also you have to move your front face clockwise and then put it up. Absolutely correct. Now for a piece that is already on the second layer, you can easily put it up like this. And for a piece that is in the bottom layer, you have to first make sure that it is not a case like this. Like, what do I mean by a case like this? It means that the white, when the part of the cross is already done, but as we are making the yellow daisy first, we have to make sure that this piece comes here. But if we move our front face clockwise 2 times, then actually this piece comes down. So we have to make sure that an empty space should be in top of this piece. And then front face 2 times. And your your daisy is done. Now, what to do after the daisy? Well, we are making the cross, not the daisy itself. We made the daisy just to make our cross proper. So as I told you, the conditions to be satisfied are this piece and this piece should be matching. So how to do that? We know that this is the blue centerpiece and this is the orange edge piece. So that doesn't match. So we move the first and second layer until we find the orange. Now it matches. So we turn it clockwise 2 times. Now we move on to the next phase. And now it is essential that we do it only like this and not only the middle layer, since we have matched this. Now matching this, so moving this once, and then once it is matched, front face 2 times. Great. Oh, and this is already matched. Lucky us. And now the last and final one, which is the blue one. We keep moving the first layer and the second layer until we find a blue centerpiece to match the blue edge. Now front face clockwise 2 times, or anti-clockwise is also fine, whatever you're comfortable with. Wow! Now your white cross is done and it also satisfies all the conditions. Look. This, that. Wow, this is beautiful. Oh, and guys, I wanted to tell you some additional information on why we have made the cross in such a way that the centerpiece and the edge piece all match. Well, the reason behind that is a cube is always solved layer by layer. And to solve the first layer, which is the bottommost layer, we have to make sure that the centerpiece and the edge piece match so that this will also match. So let's get started on how to solve the remaining corners. So we have done the cross, we have done this thingy now, and now our task to solve the white face is to solve the corners. Now what we do, you know that the algorithm R, U, R prime and U prime. You know that. And so how will that help us in this case? You must be thinking, oh man, this is where I suck. I don't know this. But you will soon know it. So the thing is that you have to find a corner which has white in it. And we have this one right here. So this corner is white, red and blue. So white, red and blue. You have to put this down here, you have to make sure that the white cross is at the bottom. And now if you just try and put it here, anyways, if I succeed in that, the first layer is so not going to be solved. This face may be solved, but the layer won't be. So that's not what we are going to do now. So now what we have to do is we have to find a centerpiece which contains one of these colors. White obviously is down, so we remove the white off. So between red and blue, here is it. I find red now. What is the one here? It's green, but this doesn't state green. And even if we try and put it down, it won't solve. That's not the thing, guys. So it's between green and red. So and the colors here are white, red and blue. So that won't match. So we take it near in middle of the blue and red. So now we use our R prime U prime algorithm to do it. So once you have the white down and your corner situated between these two pieces, the two colors except white, you can proceed with this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime. It's down here now. R U R prime U prime. Okay, here now. R U R prime U prime. Great, guys. One of the corners is solved. Solve these corners one by one. So let's do one more together. Now, first what we have to do, we have to see the colors. White, green, orange. Now we have to situate this corner piece between these three colors. Centerpiece, I mean. So these three colors, centerpiece, we have to situate it between them. It will come here, guys. So let's check once. Green, it's here. Orange, it's here. White, it's down. Correct. Now we proceed on with the algorithm. R U R prime U prime. It's down here. R U R prime U prime. It came back up. R U R prime U prime. Very good. Now this is solved and this is solved. Great. Now we just have two more corners to be solved. So once you have placed all the corners correctly, you will get a completely solved white face, and also you will get the first layer completely solved. Wow, this is really beautiful. So guys, keep practicing what I have taught you, and I will be soon back with another video on how to solve the second layer and the yellow cross. Bye bye.